Have you ever felt like someone secretly cares for you, but never says it out loud? Love doesn't always come with words. It often hides in small actions, in silent moments, and in the way someone looks at you when they think you're not watching. Today, we'll explore the signs that someone might secretly love you. Some of these signs may surprise you. Watch till the end. You might realize that someone close to you has deeper feelings than you ever imagined. One of the biggest signs that someone secretly loves you is when they start copying your behavior without even realizing it. Have you ever noticed someone using the same words or phrases you often say? Maybe they've picked up on your favorite music, hobbies, or even small habits. This isn't just a coincidence. It's something called mirroring, an unconscious way of showing emotional connection. When we feel close to someone, our brain naturally tries to connect with them by reflecting their actions, speech, and even posture. This is why you might notice that a person who admires you starts to adopt your gestures, laugh the way you do, or even sit in a similar position when you're together. It's their mind's way of saying, "I feel comfortable with you. I want to be closer to you." For example, if you have a habit of tapping your fingers when you're thinking and you suddenly notice them doing the same, that's not an accident. If you use a particular phrase often and they start saying it too, it means they are absorbing your presence more than they realize. It's a sign that they value you and feel connected to you on a deeper level. This kind of imitation happens naturally, without them even being aware of it. It's how human relationships work. We tend to mirror people we like or feel close to. That's why couples who have been together for a long time often start to act alike. But when it happens before a relationship even starts, it could be a hidden sign of love that hasn't been expressed yet. If you've ever felt that someone seems to be copying your style, your expressions, or even the way you talk, take a closer look. This behavior often means that they admire you, respect you, and feel emotionally drawn to you. Love isn't always spoken. It sometimes reveals itself in small, silent gestures. And when someone starts mirroring you, it's their heart's way of showing that you are special to them, even if they don't say it out loud. Have you ever noticed that someone pulls away from you just when you expect them to get closer? Maybe they act distant when you're in a group, avoid eye contact when emotions come up, or even seem nervous around you. It might seem confusing, but this kind of behavior is often a sign of hidden feelings. When someone secretly loves you, their emotions can feel overwhelming. Instead of expressing their feelings, they withdraw as a way to protect themselves. They might fear rejection, be unsure of how you feel, or simply not be ready to admit their emotions. As a result, they behave in ways that seem contradictory, acting warm and engaged one moment, then distant and cold the next. For example, if you're in a conversation and they suddenly change the topic when something emotional comes up, it's likely because they don't want to reveal too much. Or if they seem completely fine when others talk to you but then become strangely quiet or distracted, they might be feeling something deeper that they don't want to show. This push and pull behavior happens because intense emotions can be intimidating. Their heart wants to be near you, but their mind is holding them back. They may not even realize they're doing it, but their actions speak louder than words. If you notice someone acting differently around you compared to others, especially if they seem distant at unexpected moments. It could be a sign that they care more than they're letting on. Love, especially when unspoken, often shows itself in these subtle, confusing ways. Pay attention to their actions, because sometimes the people who try to hide their feelings are the ones who feel them the most. Love often reveals itself in the smallest details. When someone secretly loves you, they remember things that even you might forget. It could be a random fact you mentioned weeks ago, a favorite book you once talked about, or a small moment you thought was unimportant. If someone recalls these little things, it means they truly listen and value everything about you. Unlike casual conversations where people forget things quickly, someone who has deep feelings for you will hold on to even the tiniest details. This is because their mind naturally focuses on what matters to them, and you are important to them in ways they may not even realize. When we care about someone, we pay extra attention, even without trying. For example, maybe you once mentioned liking a certain type of coffee, and later they surprise you with your exact favorite drink. Or perhaps you told them about a childhood memory, and weeks later they bring it up as if it was something truly special. These are signs that they aren't just listening. They are emotionally invested. People who secretly love you don't just hear your words, they feel them. They remember because to them, everything you say holds meaning. They are not just being polite or friendly, it's a sign of deep affection. If you notice someone consistently recalling details about you that most people would overlook, it's because they see you as more than just a friend. Love isn't always about grand gestures. Sometimes it's in the way someone remembers the little things, proving that you are always on their mind, even when you don't realize it. Sometimes, love speaks the loudest through silence. One of the strongest signs that someone secretly loves you is the way they look at you when they think you're not noticing. Their eyes reveal emotions they may never say out loud. Have you ever caught someone staring at you only for them to quickly look away? That's not just a coincidence. It's a sign of deep admiration. When someone has hidden feelings, they can't help but watch you, even in the most ordinary moments. Whether you're talking, laughing, or simply lost in thought, their eyes are drawn to you. Unlike casual glances, this kind of look is different. It's filled with warmth, curiosity, and sometimes even longing. They might observe you when you're speaking to someone else, hoping to catch a glimpse of your expressions. They might watch you from across the room, unaware that their emotions are showing through their gaze. Even if they try to hide their feelings, their eyes often tell the truth. Love doesn't always need words. It finds ways to express itself in the quietest moments. If you notice someone looking at you with emotion, even when there's no reason for them to do so, it's a strong sign that you mean more to them than they're willing to admit. Sometimes, all it takes to recognize hidden love is to pay attention to the way someone looks at you. Eyes can express what words cannot, and in those unspoken moments, you might discover that someone's heart has been trying to tell you something all along. Love doesn't always need words. It often shows up in actions, small details, and unspoken moments. If you recognize these signs in someone, you might have someone who loves you in silence. Have you ever felt that someone secretly cares for you? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And remember, sometimes love is right in front of us, waiting to be noticed.